PanicInspiration.com.
Seems nowadays you can't make any kind of a movie without there being some sort of a controversy from somebody who's bothered by it. Sometimes the controversy is justified, sometimes it's not. And sometimes you get Captain Marvel. This was not the worst of the MCU movies, but it is near the bottom. It is better than Iron Man 2. It is better than Thor: The Dark World. But where those movies are better than Captain Marvel is that they had compelling lead actors. That's right, I'm going there. I don't like Brie Larson. I don't care for her. She's a loudmouth. She's a loudmouth. You know, anytime she's part of the no fun police is what it feels like to me. Every time you see her, she's scolding you. You watch the interviews where it's like Brie Larson in between Don Cheadle and Chris Hemsworth, they can't stand her. they clearly, you know, I think there's even one where she is trying to joke around with Don Cheadle, and she's like poking him or something, and he literally goes, "Don't touch me." And or the one where like she's talking about how, you know, well, I didn't know we weren't supposed to do all of our own stunts, and which again is the stupidest fucking. But Chris Hemsworth is like, oh, you know, he's teasing her. He's like, oh, you're going to be the next Tom Cruise. And she goes, I'm going to be the next me. Thank you very much. And it's like, dude, he was kidding. He was joking around with you. Do you know how rare it is that the actors can't act their way through a freaking interview without letting you know they hate each other? That's their job. They're supposed to just pretend. You get the feeling like the people who wrote and drew Captain Marvel were big Battlestar Galactica fans, because to me she looks exactly like Katie Sackhoff, who I think was up for the part and didn't get it because she doesn't have an Oscar like Brie Larson does. But having an Oscar does not mean you can just be a superhero. They're two very different things. And what Brie Larson lacks, that Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, all the Chris's, what they excel in, what Gal Gadot excels in, is having fun with it. Having fun with the part. Kind of winking at the audience a little bit. Brie Larson doesn't do that. She is dry as dirt in the part. I have watched Captain Marvel twice. It is my least watched of any of the MCU movies, because I don't want to go back to it. There's not even memorable moments. You know, like I'll be on Disney Plus and I'll just go, show me the final battle in Endgame. I just want to see the final battle in Endgame. Or show me the airport fight in Civil War. Or show me whatever, something from another Marvel movie. I have never once clicked on Captain Marvel. I have put that disc in one time to watch it. I saw it in the theater. I saw it at home. I've not watched it since I bought it. It's just not a fun movie to me. And it's inconsequential to me. It's like all the stuff that's like the big reveals. How did Nick Fury lose his eye? In a way that'll disappoint you. How did the Avengers get their name? In a way that will make you go, really? Why the hell was she even introduced in the Infinity Saga? You know, why introduce us to a brand new character who really doesn't at all contribute to the story of the Infinity Saga, and don't give me the like, well, she went, she saved Tony Stark, and then at the end, she, came in and she really didn't. She did defeat Thanos. You could have had somebody else save Tony Stark. It's not like there's a lack of fucking characters. Yeah, Captain Marvel doesn't have a romance in the movie, which you don't necessarily need, but all the other MCU movies do. And they're not always consequential. If you look at Doctor Strange, there was no reason for him to have a love interest. But it felt like she couldn't have a love interest because that would be sexist. Again, Wonder Woman did it just fine. Both times, again, in my opinion. And, there's rumors now, oh, the love interest will be a woman. Fine. Just give her some humanity. Give her somebody who, makes her feel like she's not a plank of wood. And that's what she comes off as in the movie. Now, where I disagree, there's the whole, the idiot people online, shoving feminist propaganda down our throat. The movie itself, there's a few moments of, especially song choices when she finally comes into her power and they start playing I'm Just a Girl. My eyes rolled so far back into my head. It just, but it doesn't beat you over the head with it. It's okay. It's, in fact, I even found the whole thing, they keep doing flashbacks to her being a kid, or racing go-karts, or playing softball, or when she joins the military, and everybody telling her, you can't do it, you're just a girl. Even that, it didn't bother me. In fact, the payoff to that, of her standing up, and then flashing back to each of those times and showing each time she fell, she stood back up. That's great. That's great. I have no problem with that. I have no issue with that. I thought that was a really good message for the little girls in the audience. And the little boys. For both. You fall down, you get back up. That's a good message for everybody. It's got some fun special effects. Sam Jackson is fun in it. The de-aging on Sam Jackson, that might be the best de-aging I've ever seen in any movie. But the villains aren't fun. The story isn't fun. And most detrimental to the movie overall, Captain Marvel's not fun. And I'm basically shitting on a movie that I don't care about. I don't care about it. I'm giving it 2 stars. I'm basically saying it's not the worst thing. I don't regret seeing it. I don't regret owning it. If the day comes when I'm going to have to, want to marathon the MCU movies again, when I get to it, I'm not going to be excited, but I'm not going to go, oh God. The whole idea that there's never been a female hero, they trot this out every time there's a movie like this. Ghostbusters trotted it out, Wonder Woman trotted it out. It's so insulting to the legacy of badass women like Ripley and Sarah Connor and Buffy the Vampire Slayer and The Bride, and even, they may not have been good movies, but look, Elektra exists. The whole idea of we need characters like this so that little girls have somebody to look up to. How about little girls look up to their mothers? How about little girls look up to Madame Curie? Go find real heroes. There are plenty of women out there, lots of them, lots and lots and lots of brave, strong, intelligent women who should be your hero over fucking Captain Marvel.
Their worlds.
sort of gave myself the challenge of, okay,